Taste, which is of course a podcast that I make with my bestest of friends from Scotland, Roddy and James. Hello, guys. How you doing?
It's okay, I guess. Just
Like, my
back
best-
work after the. Oh,
Yeah, as I was saying, like my bestest friends, that I was actually thinking how I decided to make that, and if you were my first choices, yeah. No,
no, I think no. We were the only ones you could depend upon. I think from
No,
the
like,
Scottish group.
actually, you were my first choices. Like in the way of like because
Wait.
because like you were my first choice because that was actually the reason why I made it, because I was rating some like reading several like depressive like statuses. I was like thinking, yeah, I should talk more with James. I should talk with more with James. Like it's really like we should make something together. I was like, yeah, I should like make a
I've
podcast.
always been depressive.
Yeah, I know, but
People liked me.
But that's why I was like thinking that like, man, it might be fun to do something together. And then we were discussing like who should be the third guy. And like I was thinking the same people as you were, but I was thinking like, yeah, Roddy is a like good balance to everything, and he's crazy enough, and he would be willing to do things just for the sake of it. So yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Like
Plus-
he was
plus,
obvious
Ro-
choice.
Roddy is also, to be honest, most people know in terms of comedy thing, he's one of the best at improv. Like
Yeah.
really, you are,
Yeah.
bud. I mean that.
Watching
I
it
would-
develop right now.
But yeah, but I would say like even about, I would say that Tom is also good in improv, but like I don't think that he's dependable enough. Or
He has to, he's busy with a lot of things and working
Yeah.
on himself, which
Yeah.
is, of course, an important priority. So I don't blame him for it
of
at
course.
all. Totally.
Yeah.
And
So
that's the G.
of course, and hello to our chat. Like, hey guys. Yeah, I'm actually start streaming a lot more than I streamed before. Is it like streaming than I streamed before? Yeah, I would say it's like it's streamed. Yeah, obviously it's streamed, but it should be streamed. It feels right.
Only because you're
From-
talking from your own parental language. Is that the best way
No,
to
like
say it?
I would more no, because we don't even like have anything similar to this. It's more like based on other verbs that are similar to that. That's how I would like classify it. Because like you have like a lot of irregular verbs that are, I'd say, like you would guess that it will be the same as other, and it's like just, of course, irregular. But I was streaming. I started streaming a lot more now, so like I should actually be able to get more people here this way.
Well, I just had to. I'm just trying to get this right. When you stream, it is just in Czech, right?
Yes, it's in Czech.
Would you ever consider doing an English one, or only if we're doing like a multiplayer together in English, maybe?
Yeah, we can do like it's not a problem. Like let's do some multiplayer game in English here. Like not a problem. It's more like,
Army feel.
or do you want to like I can stream even like on my own channel if you want to like get it like to more viewers. Like I don't have a problem with that. The problem is that like it's the audience that they are used to hear me in Czech. So like some people like even like if I'm reading English text, I translate it as well. That's what I'm used to do for people. So even though I'm actually reading a lot of English stuff on my stream, I always translate it. So there's like certain expectation for the language, and it's like there's a huge gap between understanding English and understanding English. Like you can have the general idea what people are talking about, and then like actually understand it's difficult. Yeah.
Makes me think that we are meant to be doing more on the Pure Bad Taste channel anyway, for both
Yeah,
YouTube
that's-
and Twitch. Part of me wonders, in terms of, there are some games I can think of that are actually free to get on PS4, for example. So it means Roddy doesn't have to pay up extra bucks either. And there are some multiplayer games to play. We've got everything from Dauntless, Rocket League, all kinds of other things just to try out.
Yeah. We
Oh
can do
yeah,
that.
Dauntless, otherwise known as Monster Hunter Lite.
Yep, but the thing is, it's free and it's crossplay. That's the whole interesting part of it. Like, you could be playing on your bloody Switch. just not
I
much
could
chance of voice chat.
do all these streams in different languages. It's fine. I can crush it in multiple languages.
Okay. Okay.
Roddy himself is a
Although,
language.
Saying that, I was really struggling today with Apex, and if you ever seen that old Warner Brothers cartoon of the fucking frog that hops out the box and does the "Hello, my baby, hello, my honey,
Hello, my honey, hello, my rectangle. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it felt like that because my girlfriend was sitting next to me, and my team just kept on fucking up, and she wasn't paying attention. She just kind of gives a somber sigh because I start yelling. They would ultimate on me, so they'd use up their abilities, which would fuck me up, instead of the actual baddies who were like right next to me. They would be firing at the ground, they would fire at the thing, they would turn their backs when they were like right in front of a guy instead of firing. And every time I was like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? It happened like 7 times in a row. Like 7 teams of just pure shite. And every time I was like, can you believe this shit? Can you believe? She was like, my girlfriend's like, well, maybe you should just get better. Like,
Oh, she basically get good.
Yeah. Good.
She did get good at me, and she's not wrong. I could be better. But it took like
As long
7
as-
teams before it's like arriving on the one where it's like good communication, working together, not taking on whole teams by yourself, and then slowly they just whittle down the team.
Basically, too many people kind of doing a whole Leroy Jenkins, which is completely unnecessary.
And that's what we were doing yesterday in Dota. Like that was I'm going to die here. Yeah, you also going to die. Okay, now another guy is running there just to die. That's great. And the last 2 teammates, of course they're going to run to the same spot and die. That's brilliant. It's like it's just like I was the first one to die, it's like I was the one that made the mistake. I'm not really sure why the others were trying to save me when I was already dead. Like that was the question there. And James is back.
I had a similar thing.
Yeah.
No. I had a similar thing in Resistance where, Resident Evil Resistance, where there were 2 high-level players in it and 2 low-level. I thought, oh fuck, and we're already dealing with it was like a level 60 mastermind, which we think, okay, could be good, could be bad.
Yeah.
The low-level one just goes off and Leroy Jenkins to somewhere. The other high-level guy decides to chase after him, I think, to try and keep an eye on him. The other low-level person goes out the sort of safe room bit and just stays there. Like, they kind of went AFK.
Yeah.
And I'm basically just going, where the fuck is everybody? And Mastermind is taking advantage of just the player left behind to basically get extra points and just summon in shit to deal with the other people. And I'm just like, so this is a wipe. Great, thank you. But the thing is, I've got the mic on and no one else has got mics, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Thanks so much, guys. Not in that voice, but it would be very tempting just to chastise them.
You should. Like because I'm really not like mic communicative on like in most of my games. I usually don't use mic. I'm not really sure why. I'm more a keyboard chatting guy.
Nah, I mute everybody. I don't need to hear shite chat. I don't need to know that I'm playing with a child. I don't need to know that I'm playing with a man who has way too many anger issues because I am already that man.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe what we need to do is perhaps we should download Apex. You train us up.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, the fundamentals are easy as fuck.
Yeah.
If you play Titanfall 2, just if you're the only thing you're missing is wall running.
Okay, I can set it up. I can set it up in the way of like it's on PlayStation. Like we all have PlayStations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cross-platform. So
yeah, like
I think it's Origins on PC. It's the EA one.
Okay.
But it means there could be the easy way of streaming from console rather than equipment as well, and everyone
No,
can
like
see
if
voice chat.
But if
So
we
there's
would
that
want
too.
to stream it there, like the question is like where should I stream it? If I should stream it here or in my living room, because like PlayStation 4 I have here, but the problem is Like I don't have it connected to my computer right now, so like it will be complicated. But I can stream it like from PlayStation, but from my computer as well, because I don't like streaming through the platform itself.
Console itself.
Yeah, because it gives you like it's not optimal, and I prefer the better version of it. So yeah.
I can understand that.
Like my biggest problem is like streaming VR, because you're like, if I want to stream VR, the only way how I can stream it is through the PlayStation itself, because it's not. I can of course stream it like without the PlayStation, and it actually looks better. But the problem is that I don't see chat. But if I stream it through PlayStation, I can at least like see little messages going in my point of view.
I guess it's quite a bit different from the likes of, I've seen some videos of things like doing VR and PC with stuff like what is it, Counter-Strike Pavlov or something.
No, like
where you get it on your wrist, you see the chat on your wrist thing or something.
That's the thing. Like you can actually attach to anything. So in my case, I have my chat usually somewhere here. So if I go there, like I can see the chat there. Yeah. Or you can actually like attach it to something, so you can see it in any way. But the problem is like if you have it like on PlayStation, the only thing that you see is like maybe 50 characters from any comment like made in chat. So like some, hey Martin, have you heard that? Nice. Okay. Cool.
So good for you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's the name of the game, though. You only need 50 characters to tell someone to fuck off.
Exactly, but it doesn't flow that well, if someone wants to say something a bit longer. Yeah. But I've tried it, and like you can actually play that. It's just like more annoying, and if you would want to see the whole chat like and stream through PC, that's like there's actually a tutorial for it, like on Twitch, and you would have to like set up another channel that you actually stream like the PlayStation. You stream it there, and you set up a bot that sends comments from your normal channel to the other channel, and you see the messages from the normal channel to your main channel, and you stream from PlayStation like through the computer to get the better graphics and better everything, which is just like really really stupid way how to do it, but that's the only way how you can get like chat and also better graphics and all the like Streamlabs stuff, which I should probably set up in some way.
And I remember having the initial thing of trying to learn Streamlabs and OBS, and I think it would have been better if I had a better computer to work with, because, yeah, I still have the computer, it's just doing shit with it. I've got Christmas break coming up, so more excuse to finally get the thing running.
Yeah, but honestly, like, you will be disappointed how easy it is. That's the worst thing about these things. Like you are okay. This day, like today, I will fucking do it. I will learn how to control this thing. Click, click, click. Well, okay, that was easy. Like like something that you are afraid to do.
Especially, and then you got all these people like, I bet you get in your Twitch chat where someone's like, "Hey, do you need a new OBS design, stream design?"
Yeah, like
go to my website. I'll fix you up. But a part of me's like, I think if I got those, be like, no, I think I can probably learn and do it in Photoshop myself. Because I used to be actually kind of good at graphic design.
Well, so if you have, maybe you can, redesign our stuff.
I might. It's just, I'm so out of practice, and most of the time I'm just like, it's having to go over this stupid competence barrier of, I'm not good enough. Shut up.
Do it, you woodsman drop out.
I mean, what I have done is really shit, so just to make something better, it's not that difficult if you were good at it at some point.
And of course, make sure everything is at least font included, will not upset anyone copyright-wise, which is the other tricky part, is having to think of all these now.
That's why I use Impact all the time.
Impact's such a horrible font, though.
Yeah, but I don't need to, think about all the stuff.
But then I can say at least it's not Comic Sans.
I mean, I can make it in Comic Sans.
No, Comic Sans. That and I leave.
Okay.
I have a total hatred of Comic Sans.
Yeah, you are really special because no one else on this planet has a problem with Comic Sans.
How do you feel
Only
about
you.
Papyrus?
Only you.
Oh, Papyrus is cool, dude.
Okay. So, guys, what have you watched? What have you played? What have you done? What have you done?
At the minute, I'm trying to get the things up because my laptop was taking ages to load up. Because of course it did. So I want to be able.
James, just
Yeah.
videos.
I don't do that in the laptop. That's what the mobile phone's for.
That's what I say.
Just a show of hands. Who actually
like
on
this-
the regular watches porn on their mobile phones? And this goes for the chat too. Show of hands who does porn on their phones.
Yeah, like or smart TV, of course. But
You got a girlfriend. You're fine, dude.
Hey,
Your
I don't-
bloody 2 fingers up.
she's curious too.
it's like
Oh.
I've actually tried watching porn just for fun of it, of course, not to actually enjoy it on my projector, because I have 'cause that's the thing. I have my bed has this
Alpha
you know,
move.
the stupid thing which is ballast. It's what it's called. Well, it has this like huge block of wood like behind me. So I actually managed to attach a projector there. So I have a projector that projects directly to my ceiling. So if I want to watch some movie in my bed, because the projector itself has a Android, so I installed their Netflix application. So I can, I just take my Steam controller, I turn it on, and I, can play movies on Netflix. So I can, watch my ceiling. So of course I tried. How is it to watch on this projector when it's like 2 meters screen porn? It took a long time because the Android is really slow. So it took a long time to find porn, to just like start playing porn. And well, yeah, the phone is better.
It would be the more you basically see the big projector basically going, oh my god, that dick's as big as me.
Yeah, I don't
I
need
kinda-
that.
I kind of think of projector. I think of that more as like a communal living room type of appliance. So just imagine Martin pulling the ultimate alpha move with his flatmate and his girlfriend present, just streaming.
Yeah. But that's the thing about my flat. There is no communal, like, kitchen is communal place, I would say. Otherwise, my flatmate has its own small living room in his room, and my living room is just my living room. That's still my room technically. So it wouldn't be that alpha if you think about it. Like, it's like if I would play it. And also, like, I have big TV there. I have no need for a projector there. But like
It is a
on
very
my
alpha move to make someone watch porn when they weren't expecting porn. Like, one I can definitely point to is when I was hanging with a stunt driver from the Transformers movies, and he just straight up was like, "Hey, you want to see how I mix your drink if I don't like you?" I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Okay.
And he showed me on his phone himself.
yeah.
He had a massive dick. Like, holy shit. It is the dick of a man who definitely drives cars to near death.
Okay.
And he was stirring a red Solo cup. I was like, huh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Oh
almost
no.
that's almost exactly what I expected from this man who said he would stir my drinks if I didn't like him,
Okay.
if he didn't like me.
Nice.
He was an
There's a better
interesting
way to
guy.
get there's a better way to get
He's from
protein
Aberdeen
in
as
your
well.
body, buddy. Oh, what?
The guy was from Aberdeen as well. Yeah, he went to
No, I mean-
America and became a stunt driver. And he's like, yeah, I'm in all of Michael Bay's films that involve a car. It's like, cool. If he nearly
He's-
died, it's like, yep.
It's a Michael Bay movie. Of course I have.
And of course, James, if he likes you, he'll mix you a drink.
At the minute,
I
I'll just
think
keep
that I was
my
surprised-
own.
Normally,
Yeah,
if he
this
doesn't
man
like
is-
you, he'll mix it with his cock, right?
Like, it wasn't the most
I don't need the
surprising thing
imagination.
that this man was showing me a video of himself stirring a drink with his dick. It's the fact that his dick was so gigantic It's almost like I'm going to put aside all of my disgust and just be impressed for a little second.
Yeah, so if I would show you the same video, it wouldn't be as impressive. Yeah, I got it.
No, probably not. The guy did have a whole fucking hog, as it might be called.
Good for him, I guess. Well, so let's go.
Yeah.
And now for something completely different.
Thank fuck.
Martin, you seem to have sent me a reading of one of your best fan fiction pieces.
Well, I wouldn't say like best, but that was the fan fiction that I've read before, and people liked it because like the girl Brownie, which is her name there, obviously. So like she's very talented, and it's really good. Have you tried to read it?
I have tried to read it, and it is a fucking treat. Hang on.
Okay, like let's
Let me-
not.
Are we gonna get a dramatic reading?
Like yeah, we should, but I would prefer.
Let me
like-
get into my best penthouse.
No, like don't. No, what I want
You
to
can't
like.
stop Roddy now. He's already started, dude.
Yeah, but I would like.
I've already started.
I guess I would prefer it.
Hello, and welcome to the dramatic reading of Martin Luther.
Okay.
Chapter 1.
So this is your version of cock in a drink.
Hi, my name is Brownie Mananas, and I was born in Hawaii. That's exactly why I have such a bad name. My life started to fall apart very soon. I'm 19 and have been living in Prague since I was 4 years old. Oh. Because my parents loved Hawaii nature and often went on day trips while I stayed in kindergarten. But once they didn't come back, maybe they fell into a volcano, maybe they drowned. Maybe no one ever wanted to tell me, so I lived with my aunt and her boyfriend in Prague. Then I was happy. A lot of people tell me I'm slim and skinny. I have blonde hair and blue eyes. I like a lot of guys, and I don't understand why. I dress in designer clothes. I have a Michael Kors handbag, and I love it. I look like this.
Of course.
There is, in fact, a better picture. One evening, my life
The Twitch guidelines, dude.
we had an argument with my aunt once. I wanted money for new Air Maxes, but she said we had to make do with old ones. I won't walk like homeless guy because of your squeaky. I think there might have been a mistranslation there, Martin.
Yeah, that was like because she's cheap.
You're a spoiled bastard. If you want to know how homeless people go, pull on the street. I hate you. She fired me normally. I packed my suitcase and walked away. I went to my friend Anne. This is really sore. She's a little smaller than me. She's fat, but she's happy with herself. She has dark hair and green eyes. She's not very pretty or ugly. Such a center, but she's smart. She still speaks smart. She's 17. She looks like this.
Okay, I shouldn't drink.
Although I'm still mad at her for not wanting to go shopping with me because of a YouTuber who was supposed to go on to an event or something. She's quite crazy about him, and I feel sorry for her because it's a one-sided love, and he will never love her like she loves him. Side note, Martin will never love anyone like they love him. They can't meet the standard, man.
I mean, that's kind of true, actually. I mean,
Fuck off.
Her mom likes to eat in kindergarten. I wanted to go to bed, but Annie was still looking at her cell phone because her idol released a new video. So I looked with her. His beret was terrible and outdated. But the man yelling at me from the screen had a sexy voice and a beautiful face. I looked at the name of the channel and it was called Absolutely Retarded. I was terribly sorry for him because he couldn't walk almost from birth. Jesus, if she only knew. I didn't even notice what he was saying. I looked at him. I really liked him. I fell asleep watching his videos and dreamed of him. I lay naked, on the ground, covered with lots of rose petals. Suddenly, he ran up to me. Unlikely. He stopped over me, stood without crutches, and smiled with such a crooked smile. Then he knelt beside me and began to spread the petals through my body. Suddenly, he was naked too. He knelt over all four of me and kissed me gently. He began to tickle my tummy with one petal. Notice she doesn't say whether it's from the inside or not. Then he dropped it and moved his hand lower. He stroked me gently and occasionally ran his finger on my clit. I sighed. He stopped kissing me and moved his tongue down there. He kissed me and teased my asshole with his tongue. He was so tender.
Oh, Jesus.
Also unlikely. When I was almost there and he slowly broke into me, he started pounding carefully and always point G exactly. The second before I did, I suddenly woke up.
Okay, let's leave.
I think we might be getting kicked off Twitch at the street.
I think,
Let's leave next chapter. Like, I actually read only 2 chapters of it. You know, it's like I know this like super. Supposed to be like really complicated with like cheating, with like different intrigue. There should be pregnancy, of course. You know, like there should be a lot of different shit. Like this should be good. This is okay. I will actually probably just make a video. I upload it like separately. Just this dramatically reading. It will be much better. Okay, let's continue with our regular show. So
should we talk about what we played then, maybe?
Yep, maybe.
There's
well, we've all established we were watching porn on various devices, but I don't think we can throw up any clips or trailers from that.
I mean, that tends to be frowned upon for reasons of copyright, and also, why am I hearing an echo of myself?
Because the guy without headphones.
Apologies.
Oh, it's your...
Sorry, dads.
Never. We will never forgive you.
Which also, apparently, according to Facebook, it's mine and Roddy's 11th anniversary. But it also means, fuck, I've known you guys for well over a decade. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You should know me a year later. Like, a year more, right?
Well, no, it's
Yeah,
I
right.
knew you from like what 2009 or something, right?
And
No, 2000.
2008?
Yeah, 2009.
Nope, 8.
2008.
2008.
Definitely.
Yep. Pretty sure because I started studying Robert Gordon University 2008, and I joined Rogues 2008, and you were there
Does that mean-
2008.
I'm just trying to remember. Were you were there for Weird Sisters, right?
No, I was there after it.
For Guards.
Yep. That is the thing. Like,
I see more that as like. Would I see this 2009?
But Guards,
2008 2008 going into 2009.
But Guards
Yeah,
was
yeah,
also with Roddy as well. But that's the 2009. But we had the Christmas play. Yeah. You know?
Oh,
Christmas!
fuck, yeah.
2008.
2008 Christmas.
Exactly.
That was the time where I had to learn ballet.
Yeah.
Good times.
It was an interesting time. Okay. So what have you played? What have you played? What have you watched? Seen that no one has noticed. No one has noticed Comic Sans right now.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Motherfucker! No, I'm seeing it, motherfucker. I know that font. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh no.
You've made me so pissed I went broad. I went broad.
Oh, I've made a mistake. I'm not just cringing at that Comic Sans. I cooked with chilies earlier, and I've made mistake number 2. It's on the left eye.
Oh.
I actually made a much bigger mistake earlier. Fresh
Because you were
cut
wanking?
chilies on my fingers.
Ah.
Close. And I scratched my balls.
Oh, with the no, not with no. So
I have done something like which is let's say balls related, but not really. But I got it from a shop that is like my sponsor. It's actually from the phones are made by them. They sent me like mysterious package with a lot of like different stuff, and one of the like they actually just sent me a lot of like shaving stuff. You see the connection to the balls. Well, so they sent me a lot of like shaving stuff, and one of the things there was the like it's straight edge razor, like the like typical barbershop razor, or what it's called. It's not razor.
I know the blade you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the typical thing that you can imagine when you're talking about like barbershop. Like it has its own name. Right. Sorry?
It's a straight razor.
Yeah, straight. Razor. Okay, so it's
cutthroat razor I'm more used to here.
Yeah, but it's actually like you can load it with because you don't need to sharpen it. You can load it with the safety razors. Like with the typical things that you use to slit your wrist. Well, so I've done exactly that and load it, not slit my wrist, and I just like try to like go. Just go like on my hand there, and you can see that there's like hair, no hair at all suddenly, it's like it's really weird because that was just so easy. I just done and suddenly okay, I don't have any hair on my hair, on my wrist.
Those things are brutal, man.
And I'm like, but it's just so awesome. I've like never had anything like that can shave like this because I didn't use anything. I just done this, and suddenly I have like completely clean shaved, no problem. Like so, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, have you
if you get the wrong angle, then you start peeling yourself like a fucking apple.
Okay.
It's like, have you ever done the whole thing of actually going to a barber for the classic, fluffed up shaving cream and actual cutthroat razor?
I was thinking do that several times, but then I realized that I just like don't enjoy the idea of it.
It's a little bit scary, but it is actually weirdly an incredibly relaxing experience if someone's doing it right.
Yeah, but like
especially with the hot towel. The hot towel is really nice for some reason.
But the thing is, like, I will go to Crown because it's easier for me. But like my typical, going to get some cut, like it costs like 250 crowns, which is about £9. Let's say something like that. And that's cheap. Yeah, I agree. It's cheap actually. It's really cheap. Even like in Prague, like it's just because it's a place that they have a lot of customers, I guess. Well, the thing is that like getting this in barbershop would be about like 1,300, which would be substantially more, and I don't like spending. So even like as you said it would be relaxing. It wouldn't be relaxing knowing that I'm spending like 5 times more.
It's why it tends to be more of a luxury thing you do once in a while rather than every time you need a shave. It's good for just the experience alone at least once.
You can see it. You can see it right now here. That's like actually nicely how it's shaded differently. But yeah, I like.
It's so shiny.
Yeah, it was just surprising to me. It's like, but I will cut my balls probably off with this because no.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't use on your balls.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
But well, it could be worse. You could be using that Veet cream of the balls with the Amazon reviews coming from it, which is beautiful and everyone should read.
Okay, but I'm probably just going to shave my beard just for the experience of it, just for the fun of it. I mean, like this is for
our balls.
I mean,
you want to put your video up?
Yes, I do.
Go on in.
And also,
where have you got?
Also, I was kind of with the barbershop experience was ruined for me again with Auntie Donna.
Oh, yeah.
Which thing? Which thing again? Sorry.
No, Auntie Donna, they had the sketch with barbershop. Yeah.
What? Which one?
Yeah, just ask our residential expert of all Auntie Donna.
It's a sketch.
Yeah.
Broden goes for a haircut because he's gone on a date with the other boys tonight. And he goes into a trendy barber.
I think I remember this.
Again, anyone who hasn't seen Auntie Donna, look at your lives, look at me. This is what it should be. Go watch Auntie Donna.
It's pronounced Auntie Donna.
Auntie Donna.
Auntie Donna. No, I mean like the deep pronunciation of like when there's an intro song. On to Dona. Okay, just play the video. Play the video.
Yep, play video.
On to Dona. I don't see it.
I don't think I can.
Okay. Yeah, it's...
Well, James, would you mind ever so much loading Call of Duty Cold War Nuketown 84, please?
Fine.
Nuketown. What a classic map.
I mean, fine if, it could play, which...
It doesn't work?
It's
All of
more
our
like none of them
videos.
are doing... Wait.
No, I just
Somebody's
tried.
out it.
Why doesn't
Is
it
it
work?
back?
Why doesn't it work? Because I cannot do it
admittedly,
either.
the site we're using... Wait, if you have problems playing videos, try disabling your ad blocker.
No, like that's not a problem because I don't have ad blocker. Okay.
I mean, it looks
might
like...
be
wait, it's alive,
Yep,
it's alive.
So you've done that. It's James' fault.
Put me in, coach. Bullseye.
And if you'd like to find yourself the new map code for Call of Duty Cold War, use Pure Bad Taste at checkout, and we will get you a 80% discount.
Of course.
That's right, 80%
I w-
discount. Is.
We wish that could happen if
You-
we were actually sponsored by,
You got us the deal?
Sorry, did you say that we're not sponsored by Call of Duty? Cold War, the greatest game of 2020 or 2019?
Activision Blizzard has no love for us. Not since the
They have
episode
love.
with you,
They're
Roddy.
always- Whenever you mention Call of Duty, an Activision employee gains his wings because he jumps out the fucking window at crunch time.
I mean,
God damn it.
wouldn't it be more like he wishes he would get his wings after jumping out of the window? Or
Remember, this is Roddy's humor.
or do they actually get the wings and that's why they cannot commit suicide? So they are forced to work. Yeah, that's actually evil.
Oh yeah, you don't get to die. It's not in their contract.
Okay, like, do you have a nice memories of this map, Nuketown?
Yeah,
Cheers.
Nuketown was a great map actually. I really liked playing it on the old Call of Duty servers. It tended to be most often not chaotic, and there would be that one guy who's in one of the back houses where you could kind of see into the range that everyone would inevitably end up in.
Yeah.
And he'd just be camping out back there thinking that he was so smart. And he could just huck a grenade in and it's an instant kill. Like,
Yeah.
every time there'd be like 8 or 9 grenades just chucked in there, and the guy would be like, "Oh god, this is bullshit! This is bullshit!"
Camping is legitimate strategy.
It was fun. It was a chaotic mess of a map, and it just made for some really good times. I would actually be quite interested in seeing if the Cold War one is as good. It looks fun, and if you can blow up everyone at the end, even better.
But that's the thing, like,
wasn't the Nuketown map? I'm just wondering, was the Nuketown map never normally with like every Modern Warfare kind of release?
yeah,
Or
they
is it just
usually
every kind of Call of
like
Duty one?
Variation, yeah.
yeah, they usually like put it in like in the most. It's basically Dust 2 of Call of Duty in a way. Yeah, because like Dust 2 in Counter-Strike, like of course it must be
I
like
know the
everywhere.
one, yeah.
So like that's Nuketown. Like it was the first time it was in Black Ops, right? The Nuketown was in Black Ops. at
No,
least.
Modern.
No?
I thought it was Modern Warfare 2 was first.
Was it
time.
Modern
Yeah,
Warfare?
sorry, Modern Warfare.
Yeah, was it? Okay. Because I would assume that like it.
They updated it in Modern Warfare 2, and I
Yeah.
think that was the one that was really fucking killer.
Yeah. Because I know that I played it,
I
and that it's true that I've played way more Modern Warfare 2 than others. So yeah, I
It had a
definitely
great
played.
one. Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer was awesome. Like, it was fast. It was very precise. Like, my older brother became absolute fucking psycho on it. He had the absolute brilliant combo of the silenced pistol and knife, which meant you could essentially win every game just from that.
I think I played with some Scar or something. That was my probably weapon of choice. You know, like just my. That's because I usually engage in like mid distance. That's my area. I don't know, like
Only
what's
two
your
types of things. Only two types
Yeah.
of people go into mid-range combat: cowards and men with small dicks.
that makes sense.
You son.
I mean, both, both. Like what kind of like what's your play style in this?
Fast and chaotic, as much explosions as possible.
Yeah, like I mean, like I always the mid distance. It's not for me about like that I would like try to snipe people because like I'm not a sniper. It's more like because I play Call of Duty the standard way, the way of like, you know, just keep running, and like maybe you have some kind of like let's call it a circle that you just like run through the same raute all the time and are just trying to like
More
snipe.
figure eight.
Yeah, I get. It's not. It's usually like through terrain, so it's like race course. You know, that's how I would probably call it. You know, it's like, but that's how I play it. But usually I kill like the mid distance because, well, if it's close distance, I think that like some people are just faster, so they can get me. So I need the advantage of, you know, like know about the other guy first and start shooting first. Otherwise, the other guy will get me always.
I usually played faster frenetic up close in Call of Duty, so I was a fucking surgeon with a shotgun in that game. Like, it was absolutely fantastic. And more often than not, it was my kill death ratio is about 1.86 to
Well,
0, which
I
not
usually like for like to my playstyle, it's much better Battlefield. I've played a lot of Battlefield, and
Battlefield turned me into a long distance player because of the sniping battles.
That's
You could go
that's
from across the map and then you try and get it.
exactly that's again exactly the kind of battle that I can never win because the other snipers are just better. Like, so I cannot win that. But what I can do, like my weapon of choice was of course M240 Bravo, which is a machine gun. It's a medium-sized machine gun because it fires 7.62. So it's really strong, and of course it has like 100 rounds in the magazine, and I got the perk for extra 100 rounds. So I had like 200 rounds in my magazine, which is on average how many I needed to actually kill someone. So you know, like that's the proper way how to play it. And you know, I was like really good in suppressing fire. You know, I suppressed a lot of people, which basically was a ribbon for you like not managing to shoot anyone. You know, like you suppressed them. Good work.
All I imagine is just you dressed like that guy from Master Base going, suppressing fire!
Well,
Effectively.
pretty much, yeah, that's how it worked. But yeah, I like machine guns. Like, I like to be the support, you know, like suppressive fire, just to keep the enemies pinned down, and then Roddy will go there with his shotgun and kill them. You know, that's the tactic, right?
Yeah. I didn't like the
It's-
shotgun play in Battlefield as much. I felt
Yeah,
like
because
it
they
kinda
actually-
lacks oomph.
Yeah, it has oomph, and also it's more real to this shotgun how it works in real life. So it like no, that's the thing. Like with the not well, I would say accuracy and the range of the shotgun. Because the problem like with the I don't know like Black Ops or Call of Duty shotgun, it's the effective range is maybe like 4 meters, and after 4 meters it just disappears. But the real shotgun can shoot like 50 meters and kill someone still. It's like, so if you are good with shotgun in these games, you can still like reliably kill on a medium distance. Like medium, well, usual engagement is like 70 meters like in Warfare. So I would say like medium distance, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually don't know what the new Cold War one is like. I haven't bought it, and I'm not super intending to buy it. Like I've been gifted like 12 quid from my little brother, so if it maybe drops down a smidge, drops down a smidge, I'll get it fucked.
The fact that Watch Dogs Legion is already in a Black Friday sale in PlayStation Network shop. I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah,
It's Black Ops.
But that quickly is the other thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Call of Duty is like I'm not used to seeing any kind of discounts on Call of Duty. Let's face it. Like that happens once a blue moon. Because like even if I go like on Steam right now, go steampowered.com, and there's because I have some like games like Call of Duty still on my watch list. Like when it will be discounted, and if I just like search for it there, Call of Duty 4 20 euros, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 20 euros, Call of Duty Second World War 60 euros, like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 60 euros. So like okay, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 60 euros. So like, do you really think that it will be discounted like in like next few months?
I mean, sometimes it can be discounted on the PlayStation Store. Like I've seen that happen before. But it depends. Like but it really happened a lot more this year because of the lockdown time. It might be different next year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like you still have Call of Duty 2, like Black Ops 2 for 60 euros, like.
I mean, there is always that Warzone thing that's free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody cares. I thought so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I remember trying Warzone. I'm like, man, there was a lot of.
I didn't dig on it too much either. I'm locked in on Apex Legends. It's I find that a lot more frenetic, colorful. It's actually got characters. Like, why the fuck should I care about the game that doesn't have any characters?
I think it's admittedly, I've tried getting into things like Call of Duty, Battlefront, and Battlefield, and it's like never been my thing. Whereas Borderlands, for some reason, always spoke to me in terms of multiplayerness. It was fun
I've
for
been
me.
playing Borderlands 3, by the way.
I haven't been playing it as of recent. There have been a lot of updates, though, including a second season pass, I believe now.
Yes.
I've never played it. I've played a shit ton of Borderlands 2, but I never played Borderlands 1.
We've been
The 3.
I think maybe definitely adding a Borderlands into the playlist of things we should play together for fun should be something.
That would work.
Although I would kind of want to start with the first one, which you can get for PS4 nowadays, weirdly.
Okay. Like I actually have 3 copies of Borderlands Handsome Edition for PlayStation 4.
I have my Handsome collection. I have that, so I'm prepared.
And you know why I have it
Roddy,
3 times?
Nice. Roddy, do you have the Handsome collection?
I do have a Handsome collection, digital edition.
Yep.
Might be. Okay, maybe put that into the list.
Because I bought it. I bought it once. I bought it once because, well, I wanted to play Borderlands on PlayStation 4. Then I bought the Claptrap, the Claptrap edition with that, special Claptrap robot, which was like 5,000 limited, like And then, that's the thing, they had the Gentleman Claptrap edition, if you know. Like, it's like you can search for it, but Gentleman Claptrap. That was an edition that they sold for 400 euros at the time, and I didn't buy it.
A lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's the kind of money that I spent on the first the Claptrap edition, and then they were selling this Borderlands: The Handsome Collection Claptrap edition, like the Gentleman edition, and no one bought it. Like, people didn't buy it, and I was just like randomly on Take-Two store, and I seen it for 50 euros. So they were selling this thing that normally cost 400 euros for 50 euros. So obviously I bought it. So I have this.
Yeah.
So I bought this like really, really expensive edition for really cheap. Yeah. It was a good decision. So that's why I have it 3 times. Yeah. Makes sense then. Okay, and now we can talk about. Yeah, sorry. Let's talk about what you actually played and watched instead of.
Well, what I played, I'll get the video up.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh yep, I'm ready. Ready and waiting.
Okay.
Ah.
Eivor, you gave your people a new home when your motherland turned bare. You gave the Vikings something to fight for. You have tamed these broken kingdoms. But your greatest journey still lies ahead.
Let's go. It's time to capture a kingdom.
Now go, Eivor. Claim your place in Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So how's it playing, James?
It's been okay, actually. I mean, I know there have been some error reports of people, like something involving the cloud saves and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely am having a bit more fun with it than I did with Bits of Odyssey. So I can definitely say that's a positive in the right direction.
Are you playing boy Ivor or girl Ivor?
You see, there's a third option. You can either choose boy or girl, or let the Animus decide.
It's just random.
Let the Animus well, no, it's actually intriguing. Because I'm not completed, I'm still trying to get into story and all that, but it's when you do let the Animus choose, you do be the girl version. But there's some part of the game that you get to where you end up being the guy version. But you can change the gender at any time in the game, and it doesn't disturb anything in terms of storyline either.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just need to get like psychological evaluation. You need to get a test, and then you need to get a surgery. And it takes some time. Yeah.
It's apparently there is some explanation for it in the game, because apparently in the beginning, because there is the modern time element, which I'm very happy about Sean and Rebecca being back.
Hey.
Just to say, Sean's back, and I'm just so happy. But Rebecca's voice actress seems different. But it depends. Do you want to know bits of the story, or shall I leave that be?
Leave that be, you son of a bitch.
Okay, but the gameplay, you can talk about gameplay.
Gameplay has actually been fun. Like, definitely in terms of battle, it feels a little bit more of the best parts of Origins and Odyssey, with a small bit of almost, weirdly enough, Soulsborne flavor is the best way I can maybe put it. And at the same time, you're not really seeing about levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no really anything levels, but there is still an RPG element where there's kind of like a level up system thing where you'll get like experience points that it says, hey, you have ability points to spend, and the whole thing's like almost something out of, did anyone here ever play Final Fantasy X?
Nope.
It's a similar thing where you get ability points, but then you choose where you spend them in this weird kind of grid with lots of routes and stretches, which basically put up your melee power more, your stealth attack, your assassination, and then also skills you can learn in terms of melee. But then, of course, there are special abilities, kind of like the special ones that you used to get with you saw kind of similar in Odyssey, but not as godly over the top. But you get those from books that you find in various areas. Sometimes you get them in places that you raid. The raid system is intriguing because you're on your longboat along the river. You're like, hey, there's a town, and there's like an abbey. You can totally raid this place. Okay. You go in, all your Viking bros are with you. You're basically just fucking up the town. You either do things like burning the village, or you're beating up all these soldiers protecting this abbey, which basically has, let's get all this gold and supplies and whatever else that we can do to boost up our town.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You've got your settlement, which feels like like the fun way. It feels like the fun way that the settlement should have been in Assassin's Creed 3.
It sort of sounds like more the way like Far Cry has a skill tree. Like you don't level up
with the Tatao system. Yeah. Like I remember. It's kind of similar.
Yeah, the Tatao, yes. Tatao. I'm talking just generally Far Cry since the 3. Yeah, because you still have there, like, in all of these, have, like, some kind of skill tree.
But in this case, it does affect your stats as well.
Okay, yeah.
And the fact that you can do the whole double weapon, that you can have double axe, double sword, even double shield. Double shield is weird. But...
Makes sense. I allowed it in my RPG. When I was programming it, but I've never finished it.
Even though you've also got a boat and you're traveling around, there's not really any boat battles this time, which apparently is like, I'm kind of okay with that. I guess because I was okay with it in Odyssey, but apparently just feels like, I see you're trying to black flag it, and it's just not working. Whereas this time it almost feels like bits of the game, of this game remind me of Black Flag, not in terms necessarily in gameplay, but in terms of how it feels and how it does to the story. Because Black Flag, the assassins are a thing, but they're not really the main part of the story, even though it kind of is. But it felt like you didn't really have to chase any of it. Whereas it's the same in this game. Yeah, there's the hidden ones, because remember, this is still before the Crusades, so it's still the hidden ones, not the assassins, and before the Templar.
But I would also argue that, like, Odyssey, it made sense because naval warfare was very, very common at the time. You know, but Vikings, they used ships mostly to, just like
land.
to land, and it was more means of, travel than means of combat.
Of which, on the long ships, you still have things like songs and stories. As you can choose, basically kind of like a Black Flag, how go for all these different songs and all that, or basically say, hey, what are you guys? Because you could also, in your travels, you can meet people, and you can recruit to be part of your raiding party crew. You even get somewhere, there's a thing called the Yom Viking system, where it's something I've only ever seen in Dragon's Dogma, where you create this other spare person that you can send out to be used by other players. And you can see other players submitting their one that's in the game, and you'd be like, hey, I kind of want you in my crew. I'll take it. And you don't really level them up or anything. You just kind of choose how they look, what weapons they use, and that's it. But it's like, it's a fun little gimmicky thing. Like, it doesn't hurt anybody, but it's not totally useless. It's just fun.
And the only thing that, like, it even annoys me in this trailer, that's like, I'm really annoyed by the fact that they are trying to, like, make it Viking culture, which is just, like, historically inaccurate, and, like, really annoys me there. Like, the thing that, like, Viking wasn't a culture, it was more a profession. So like there was
Which
like
I
no,
think-
you couldn't be Viking farmer because farmer is a profession, Viking is a profession. You can
that's
do
the-
one and the second, but it's not the same thing.
I think that's pretty much presented well in the game as well, because plus a lot of the time they're not even called Vikings. They're either called, most of them are just called the Danes.
Yeah, that's
Because
how-
they're from
exactly,
Norway or
because-
wherever. But that's so they
And,
have got. It's
yeah.
what I hate is that some of the historical stuff's done well in the game. But for some reason, the trailers and all that, it's like,
Yeah.
guys,
Because
I
that's
know
the
you
thing,
like
like
sell shit, but what the fuck?
exactly most of the Vikings they were attacking Britain were Danes. Yeah, because that's what they call them because they were Danish Vikings. Yeah, and but in trailers they are like even like their Ubisoft conference they were talking like Vikings had a fascinating culture. Like no, like okay, like sort
They
of
were-
yes
you
because
could-
like you still
can-
have like you
you can
can
basically-
actually say that like Scottish Marines have an interesting culture. You know, like yeah, sort of like the Royal Marines have interesting. Yeah, I guess they sort of have.
I mean, what would you call it? Early Nordic, early Scandinavian culture?
Yeah,
What
like
would you call it?
yeah, like you can talk about the Scandinavian. That's usually how it's referred to.
I just wonder if
Yeah.
I always thought nowadays isn't it seen as a bit of a dirty word or just a dirty general word? Well, it's
No.
the same as calling
No.
them all Danes.
No, it's just general word for that. It's like if it's the same like South American and in a way like you know you just define the region.
And one thing I'll say, traversing the land has been fun, especially because I missed how Origins was, because I never really played a game where you're just kind of in the sands like you were, and it was fun just exploring everything and finding all these hidden nooks and crannies. Whereas in Odyssey, it was just like everything feels the goddamn same. Yeah, it's colorful, but it's like meh. Apart from Zeus' statue and his giant penis. That's nice to climb.
That's of course I had to do that like as everyone else.
Whereas with there's not really that kind of thing in Valhalla, but at the same time it's like I don't know, it's fun just exploring. I'm not necessarily looking for any surprising nooks and crannies, but you do have the whole thing of the world's event, the random little thing that's not really side quest, you're just running into something and you can be involved in it or not. It sometimes can provide some extra experience and stuff that, for yourself, sometimes some extra items. Some of them are very weird and different. There was one little quest, and it's not going to fit the story or anything, so I'm going to spoil it a little, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's many world things, and I'm not noting them all, just this one particular one. There's one where you can talk to this weird girl at a tree that's basically... She's been waiting for her dad. She better be back by the autumn, and it's been well over a year now. So I'm going to wait until the last leaf of this tree falls. And you're like... You can either convince her, dude, he's dead, or he'll come back, but there's no sense waiting. He'll come back when he comes back, or no, he'll definitely come back. Don't you worry. I kind of went the whole thing of he might come back, but waiting around is not going to do anything. For now, you got to do something for yourself. And then, but I'll still have a wait. And there's still this leaf in the tree, completed by shooting it when you can complete it by shooting the arrow off of it.
Okay.
That's one way to earn that quest. That's not the way. There are sometimes other ways to do these. They're not really added to like your little quest index thing. That's the weird. For some reason, I find that kind of weird. As in, they're just there. You can't necessarily look into your whole index and basically say, "Where did I leave off with that quest?" or something. It's not. It's just something that's there. You deal with or you don't. It doesn't have any kind of altering effects on the main story itself.
Yeah.
It's just something that's in the world, and a part of me's like, I'm okay with that. Like, it almost reminds me a little bit of like, I like the side quests that were in Origins, where there were these little things. Sometimes the missions were samey, but you had a sense these were individual characters. They were their own thing, not just carbon copy paste fucking mission shit that you get in Odyssey. Oh, you gotta kill this person. Oh,
Hey, you really hate Odyssey. We get it. We get it. You don't like Odyssey.
Well, that's the thing. There's things I love and hate about it,
Yeah.
and I'd still play that over Unity.
But
Yeah.
that's not really saying much, you know. Like,
But the thing is, Roddy. Well, I know you probably get it as well, Martin. But Roddy's the one person I know who probably does like Assassin's Creed as much as I do, or tolerates it. Maybe the better word.
I'm a big history nerd, and I like stabbing people, both in game and out with game.
Thing is, there's one sad thing. There's one sad thing about Valhalla that now part of me thinks Ubisoft will never do now. Because part of me feels that I would have loved an Assassin's Creed game based around like the whole Independence Wars around Macbeth and Robert the Bruce. Would have been a fun bit of history to explore at that point.
But
Especially 'cause it would have been so divisive.
As you said,
And well,
sorry.
I'm sorry. No, after you.
No, like, as Roddy said with the stabbing people, you know, like I have this like I was thinking about this like stand-up joke that I wanted to use, but I was thinking like it might be maybe too not let's say controversial for audience, and that's with the fact that what I actually feel, you know, when I'm walking on the streets and then someone is, you know, walking in front of me slightly slower than I'm walking, don't you get this like twitching thing in your head?
Oh god.
Like the experience, like that someone is walking slower, it means in games that you should stab him right in the back.
Or
Like,
defend yourself.
because like
you're
your movement speed is slightly faster than his, so you have the time to go there and just stop the person. So like when someone is blocking me this way, that's what I'm thinking. You know, like the games actually managed to teach me this thing, and I feel the games like may cause violence in some way.
No, I
Maybe.
think that came before games were made. I think the need to stab someone who won't get out of your way has always been.
Yeah, it's been there, and so they just use this mechanic to naturally.
Well,
Ever
that's the
since
thing.
the first man poked a dickhead in the back when he wouldn't move quicker because there was a tiger chasing him. And then he just went, "Oh, that's much better," as he stepped over his corpse.
Okay.
That's the thing I forgot to add.
Yeah.
They did bring back social stealth again
Yeah.
into the game. But it's not like a blend like you would. It's you get your hood up in places because there's some place called the distrust area in a town that's basically not been friendly yet or something, and you're all able to put your hood up and your cloak on, and you can do things like avoid the gaze of the guards, hide in within specific groups. There is actually sometimes in some places a traveling group of priests, almost like in Assassin's Creed 1, which I thought, okay, intriguing. But you've still got things like betches and all that. But the thing is, I've not been too good at the social stealth this time round. Like, it was easier in the times of AC1 and AC2, where it was just the given thing to do, because you're a sneaky assassin trying to stab people and not get caught for it. I found it a bit hard, and then I'm just like, fuck it, go Viking.
Yeah, but like
I think there's a thing.
I think there's an element of the fact that like maybe Ivor is not really that good in, you know, like sneaking.
Well,
like he's 6 foot tall or something, like I don't know.
Well, especially because they have a thing where they get given a hidden blade as a gift, and they're wearing it over the arm, almost similar to the first recorded use of it that was talked about in AC Odyssey with the Darius, I think his name was, where he wrote it on the thing, but they were saying, no, you're meant to wear it under, otherwise I'll hide. It's like, I would, but otherwise I'm just going to lose a finger like you stupid people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yep, I'm fine with that thing.
Speaking of Odyssey.
Yes, I see the spear of Leonidas in your hand. Actually,
like
I think there was a lot I liked in Odyssey, as I said. I think it got weird and stupid when you got the ability where you could jump off high from anywhere and then not get damaged.
That's how I have
It just felt like... but it's just... that's
You
a
can
thing.
always just take away that ability if you want to play on hard.
That's true. Oh, and according to this story's thing, not really spoiler, but Cassandra is the main thing. Not Alexios in terms of the person you were being in the last one. That's what it is in the modern thing.
Cassandra makes more sense than Alexios as like a main character.
Well, in the book, there was the accompanying book, remember, which basically Cassandra is the main character of that, so it's established as that. In the case of this one, it's the same. I think it's the female Ivor is meant to be the canon one too, technically. But...
Fuck it, SJW.
I like the thing of like Ivor being androgynous, though. I think that's kind of what they're going with. The Animus decides, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I think that one does fit kind of like mystical niche.
Well, no, you're definitely... Well, if Animus choose, you're definitely female in it. It's the male part, it's something else altogether. But again, I can't do spoilers, remember?
Okay, let's talk about something else. I think that
I know. So otherwise, it's a good game. I think people should get it. I'm looking forward to the DLC, and I'm still playing through it, and I feel like I've not breached the whole thing of it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But otherwise, what have you been playing, Mark?
Oh, I've actually been playing the usual, I would say, like 4 games that I play. 5 games. Actually, I've played all of them. I've played Knights and Merchants that I've played some time ago. I've played Total War because of course I have. I've played Dota because of course. I've played Factorio because of course, and then I've played Teardown because of course. You know, it's like
Wait, I forget. Did you complete Watch Dogs Legion or
No, I actually never returned to it. But that happens to me all the time. Like I just play some game and then I switch to, because like all the games that I named are the games that I can play and watch something with it as well, which is which is the thing that which is the thing that I have done also. And I watched a movie that Rory recommended on Halloween, and it was Hubie Halloween.
Oh,
Adam Sandler movie
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it good?
It was. It was actually enjoyable. Like surprisingly enjoyable. Like
that film was made by him as a kind of response. He got shortlisted on something that he didn't get, and then he's like, right, I'm gonna make the worst movie ever, and that movie was Hubie Halloween. Thing is, though, is that because he actually put effort into something, it actually turned out a little bit enjoyable.
But like it wasn't like a little bit enjoyable. It was like how would I like put it? The story is really simple. Like it's like really the problem is there. Like he's the good guy. The town is the full of assholes. There's this like love interest that there's like zero effort, you know, to get the love interest, and like the love interest like him some at the beginning, blah 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 blah, and like at the end it has like really, I would say, like weak feel good ending. But for some like there were so many things that I would criticize normally, but somehow it like just work. You know, like I didn't have the need to criticize these things. Like, you know, it's like that's just too how would I say that, like too easy, you know, something is solved like in too easy way. The people are unrealistically like evil just for the sake of it, you know, like and some people are just unrealistically good just for the sake of it. And it's like, and I would normally criticize that, but this like that just fit. It just like worked in the context of the movie and everything there, like in the like simple way that you just like don't think about it. And like, and some jokes were like legitimately, thank you, like funny, that I actually like laughed out loud, even though like I'm watching it alone. And you know, like when you're watching something alone, you watch it and you know, like you consider something funny, but you don't laugh out loud. You're just like, yeah, it's funny, okay. But this like it actually made me laugh loud. So I don't know, like I didn't expect that.
I think you have your expectations massively lowered because it's an Adam Sandler film's for a start. It's an Adam Sandler film past 1997, and he said he was going to make an actively bad movie, and it is. Like, it's not in any way any kind of masterpiece. It just seems to be he got all his mates together and just went, "Hey guys, do you want to make a movie? It'll be a doddle," and they went, "Aye, let's do that," only with an American accent and not what I just said.
Okay.
And
got a few quotes from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. It's the same characters. Like, it's all from the Adam Sandler playbook.
Yeah.
So does that mean there's Rob Schneider?
Yes.
Do the whole "you can do it"?
He's in it, but I can't remember what he does. I think he's just Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider is Rob Schneider.
And also Ben Stiller, of course, in first 1 minute.
yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, but it's like there are a lot of like funny jokes, but because I've seen a lot of movies like from Adam Sandler, and I would say like the jokes don't work for me actually, because they are more, I would say, cruel usually. Like he has this to make fun of someone just just for the fun of it. And it's just, but this feels like it was actually made with, just the comedy in mind. Like, if I compare it, like, to Click, for example, like, Click is just, like, awful movie. Like, not enjoyable. I didn't laugh once. It's just like, But this worked. I don't know why. And also, I liked the whole gag with a Swiss Army thermos. Like, just...
Yeah.
It was, like, real... Because that's the thing. Like, it was stupid since the beginning. And they, like, make it work. It's just like, that's how it works. Fuck it. We are not going to explain how it works. Because he has this, like, multi-tool thermos that he can use for pretty much anything. Like, that's like what he needs. He needs a vacuum cleaner. He just like uses or he needs binocular.
So it makes me think. So Martin, how long till you make a thermos that can do that?
I don't think that I would do that. Like, maybe multiple purpose crutches.
I think Adam Sandler's a weird one because he never tries to be anything than what he is, which is great.
Yeah.
He's at least honest, even if it's fucking stupid as shit. I was reading a thing recently where his old film Billy Madison, where about this guy who goes back to school because he never got any kind of schooling. He's playing dodgeball with like 6-year-olds and he's bashing them in the face with the dodgeballs. And apparently that was real. He was hitting small children with big rubber balls, and obviously they were crying and tortured. And then he was like, "This is so unprofessional." And then their parents who were on set were like, "They're 6. Do you understand that?" And he was like, "No." Like he's obviously.
That's shocking.
I've heard good things about him. I've heard that he's great with fans and he seems to be an alright decent guy, but he does seem to be like of the cruel humor. And because of that, like probably the stuff that he wants to do is the stuff that he won't do because it's not marketable.
Okay.
And
part of me thinks was it at this point
everyone can enjoy is good.
part of me's just wondering, at that time when he was doing Billy Madison, did he have kids at that point?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm just like, fuck, man, that's just not cool. I don't know. That just makes me kind of go, "The fuck, dude."
Oh yeah, he's...
And I realize I'm adding more to the F count on the Twitch.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're doing it. Also, that's actually Adela Užvečerila writes that I also played Red Alert 2. Yeah, that's true. I'm finishing it on stream. Yep.
Ooh.
So yeah.
But I guess the question I still have is, do you have you don't have a video for anything you've played or anything?
Nah, not really. Not really. I was like counting on you, and I was thinking that maybe we will spend 1 hour and 20 minutes before even, like we get to that point. So
it has been getting to that point where we kind of go off the schedule and we're basically just go into a whole, not even a tirade. I'm trying to think of the right word for it.
That's what I usually
we go down a big ramble down whatever dark passage Roddy is in.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Actually.
I'm in your dark passage.
Okay, let's talk about something else then. Not about me.
So actually, a pretty fun trailer.
Well, okay, I just returned my Leonidas spear. Okay.
He's disappeared. Bring with your brother.
Now you've seen my weapons. Okay, you can play the trailer.
But we haven't seen your weapon. That's for part 2 next week of our dramatic fan fiction reading.
Oh yes.
Oh my fucking god!
Trailer.
It's not allowed in Twitch.
Evacuation sequence activated.
Program activated.
I know
Actually.
people that this
Damn.
like studio logo would actually work as a jump scare.
Just like, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah, it
intrigued.
kind
by
of
that.
looks like it gets that little Among Us itch without the, like you're on the ship with all them beasties, but like this is the after Among Us kind of
Oh,
game.
okay.
More like Among Us, and then it goes directly into Dead Space.
Yeah, I felt that space there as well.
Mm.
Good
It's
little
just because
mashup.
I'm just feeling the freakiness there, and the whole being started. It's like, oh, let's get my old zombie fear. Old zombie fears back up again. Ooh.
You actually got some zombie scares. Like, zombies are literally the fodder for every single piece of pop culture for the past, like, I'm going to say 40 years.
Yeah, but if you're thinking like, we'll say, original Romero films, where they're just a never kind of ending enemy, and to be honest, there's never truly a victory over them. It's just the whole stage and the next day. I think
Real
it's
enemy
echoed
is
later on.
capitalism.
Yeah, that would be the whole Romero. Have you read World War Z?
Yeah, how do we skim through it? It was good.
I would like to read it at some point. I know the film's completely different from it. Although I've heard the audiobook that is based on the book's quite good with some decent actors. You've got everything from Nathan Fillion, Alan Tudyk, all kinds
Really?
of folk, which, yeah. So I might go for the audiobook version rather than the actual book version, but none against the book version. But it's just because it might be easy to digest, especially if I'm on the bus to work.
Yeah.
It might be good to hear at the same time. But
Yeah.
at the same time, although I know the movie World War Z was just dumb, even though bits of it were filmed in Glasgow, weirdly enough, because apparently
Which makes it
Glasgow
that
looked like
possible.
Philadelphia.
But like for me, like the book is just great. I really like it. It's just like like a lot of small depressing stories. I like it.
It's the kind of thing part of me wonders. It makes me think it's the sort of thing you see when. Remember when there was Zombie U? Then it was just re-released as Zombie. Like, it was a launch game, I think, for the Wii U. Ubisoft basically bringing back an old zombie franchise they had, like an old zombie game they had long ago back in the NES or whatever days. Called
Throw up the
Zombie
trailer.
U.
Yeah,
I'll find it,
I know. Like that was in Britain. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, based in Britain, but I'll find the trailer.
It's
Hold
like
on.
randomly generated or something like that. It was.
Well, I can basically call it a roguelike as well, actually.
Yeah, sort of like
Weirdly
that.
enough, because that's the thing. If you die, you have to be a completely different character, and if you want to get your stuff back, you have to face your old character, who's now a zombie.
Yeah.
Which is like, but it's more. You had this interesting thing of because of the Wii U, you've got the screen as well as the TV, right?
Yeah.
And if you're one of you through your backpack, you're having to view through the Wii U screen while keeping an eye on the TV screen in case any zombies are coming after you. Which is like, okay, that's a nice bit of immersion there. Actually using the fucking peripheral for something.
Yeah. I
Okay,
had Wii U.
but then
I mean, I still have Wii U technically, but it's with my friends' parents because I lent it to them for Mario Kart.
But you can get the PS4, Xbox One, PC version called Zombie because I remember it was free for PS Plus like a year or two ago, and basically it was everything what the game was, but you're just staring into the one screen, unfortunately, or staring through your backpack. I know, it's the thing that's lost in translation, unfortunately, and I'm just getting apparently an E3 trailer, but let's throw that on and see how that goes.
Let's see that one.
Okay, playing trailer, ready?
Yes.
Wait, Dad.
Okay.
Oh, E3 audience.
Wow, such graphics.
Just normal British bus.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen.
God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Oh Lord our God, arise, scatter her enemies, and make them fall. Confound their politics, frustrate.
At this point, all I'm feeling at this point, I'm just so because I found a better one that's actually gameplay. Because all I'm just getting is, oh, you're trying to beat Dead Island. Good for you.
2012?
It's an old game, technically, but
It's an old game,
otherwise,
sir, but it checks out.
Sorry.
gameplay trailer this time. This
Yeah, we just said that one.
Yeah, that's some big old bullshit right there. Like the game, even the gameplay trailer was all CG with like the CGI hands. Like, ooh, imagine these were your hands. Like, isn't it flowing so freely? Like, is it? Am I expected that you have the natural kind of ebb and flow that they always try and promote in FPS, which actually takes you out of the action? Like, no one has that unless you're doing a run. But like the aiming function, like no one wants to aim like you do for real, where you stutter and shudder and go, oh.
But a part of me wonders what happened if the whole zombie game was reworked as a VR title. Would it be better? I wonder.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it is intriguing trying to play on PS4 where you're losing a lot of that immersion thing with the Wii pad and everything else, which part of me is just like, wait, is that the only time Ubisoft has actually been interesting with using a peripheral in a long time? I mean, sure, they've got their Just Dance and everything else, but it's like that one was like, you actually tried something.
Yeah, it actually like looked like they can, at least like the concept was nice.
It was actually a really nice concept, and then of course they tried to make bucks off it again. They tried to make more bucks off it. Well, it did sell as well as they would, but then no one was really. Well, Wii U didn't sell well.
No, it didn't.
Like it didn't do great.
Nope.
Like everyone,
Because that's the problem there. Like it has a lot of problems, but one of the problems there is that it was like not well communicated that it's actually something else. Because the name Wii U like didn't indicate that it's not just Wii.
Cause it's not.
Like
It's the only one I've ever thought of. The only company I've ever known to basically do like same kind of name, Sony PlayStation, but they get away with it.
Yeah, but that's like
game company I know that have done that.
Yeah, but you still have like Sony PlayStation 1, 2, 3. Like there's a progression. But like with Wii U, it just sounds like just different version of Wii. You know, like, we already have Wii, why would we want to different Wii?
Plus, it's more the fact they've opened themselves up to even more jokes with the name. It was bad enough with the Wii. Now you've got Wii U, more like PU. I'm pretty sure.
Like, my favorite is Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
It's more the fact there were some interesting games out for it that utilize that peripheral, but apparently feels like I think the Switch has kind of become better now. Even though you're not really doing the same.
It's like it's the actual gaming experience you always wanted. Is that you take it from the actual PlayStation, the play area, from your TV. You can just huck it about for the whole remote playability, like the whole thing that made Game Boy successful and what made regular consoles successful just naturally merged. Having said that,
it effectively kind of beats the whole thing with PlayStation when they were trying to do the whole remote play with the PS Vita, with the PS3 and PS4, where
I'm actually
it kind of works playing.
All right, I like the remote play. I've only just started using it.
I've used it. The only thing I hate with the PS Vita is that you don't have like no other kind of back button things. You usually have to use the screen or the weird touchpad on the back, which I can never really work properly.
Now you can use the PS4 controller. I've got it hooked up.
No, that's true. You can do it with that, but then this is why nowadays I've also got the PS Vita TV, which means I can at least stream from that one rather than fucking.
My name's James.
Oh, it was.
I got the PS Vita TV.
Oh, that took a lot of hunting on eBay, motherfucker. That shit's expensive anywhere else.
Oh yes.
Why would you get that? Why not just get a good TV?
Because it's easier. It's easier being able to record and stream with the PS Vita TV than the actual other console itself. You can't stream stuff from your PS Vita to the PS4. You can only stream stuff from the PS4 to the PS Vita.
So you say.
Mm-hmm.
So I know.
So I believe.
Although now I'm intrigued. Although at the same time, I'm now weirded out how you can stream your PS5 to your PS4. Apparently.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's a weird use of remote play. It's because on PS4 I noticed you have a weird little remote play thing with PS5, and I'm like, why is this icon here? What's with the latest update? I'm so confused. But
no idea.
But
okay, we managed to get.
We? We have a few. We still have a few things to watch in less than 30 minutes. What we doing?
What we are doing? I actually promised people, because they were asking me on stream, like, have you watched the new Cyberpunk 2077 trailer? And I said, like, no, but we will watch it on.
Oh, the one I put on earlier. Okay.
On our brilliant.
Looking for things.
Awesome podcast. No, but do you want to say something about cryospace, or what it was called?
Oh yeah, because cryospace was kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing else. Okay.
Or unless Brody, nothing to say, or that's just all there was.
I like stuff that's got a eldritch horror to it, like in space where there's all sorts of beasties and stuff to imagine. It's a perfect horror setting. The only thing I was kind of taken by that kind of trumped that, the whole monsters out in space thing, was actually, and stay with me on this internet and friends, a Kirsten Stewart movie called Underwater.
Okay.
So it's essentially a space film, but it's underwater. It's on Earth and it's underwater. Underwater is the kind of other world, and then big beasties start coming along.
Okay.
And I'll just be straight up with it, because it's one of the big selling. It should have been one of the big selling points of the film. It's a Cthulhu mythos movie.
Kristen Stewart, Cthulhu mythos. Wow.
Thing is, I feel like
it's actually pretty good, but fuck me, they fuck the ending with that typical Americanized bullshit where it's like, oh, it has to have some kind of hope to it. Everyone has to get out. And it's like
but the whole point of Cthulhu thing is they don't.
Little child, just bad things happen. Bad things happen, and you sometimes have to roll with it, and you have to kind of mind that there could be a giant Cthulhu down there waiting to fuck you in whatever way is conceivably worse to you.
Or even the fact if they do get all alive, they're not the same people.
No.
They'll never be the
the
same people
same.
ever again. There's always a catch, and
Oh.
Always a catch.
Wait. Okay, if we're gonna do that, because why should?
And it's just like my 3D print. Cthulhu.
Very good.
But this one is
Oh,
actually
shit,
like
yes.
on my resin. Ah, that's.
Oh.
But that's not 3D printed. That's like.
Thing is, I actually have a knitted one based on my cosplay of Gentleman Cthulhu, so it's got
Yeah.
a little top hat.
Martin,
Unfortunately, it
stop
did have a
fingering
monocle.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I didn't say stop.
Quit fingering Cthulhu.
Never.
Old god. He doesn't like.
Patagon.
But yeah, actually, if you could throw that movie up as well, because I think it's definitely a film that suffered massively because of COVID.
Okay.
For some reason, it got like the worst opening week. Like Underwater is definitely a spooky Halloween movie or a summer film, and for some reason they bumped out in like March or some shit like that. And you know what?
I just wish that.
It deserved. It deserved. Here, I'll throw up the thing.
Ah, sorry. Okay.
Hold on.
Listen carefully. You are now 5,000 miles from land, and you're descending 7 miles to the bottom of the ocean. See you all in a month.
Here we go.
Oh.
What if we're gonna do this? Let's do this.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad's my rig?
10. We drilled to the bottom of the ocean, and we don't know what came out.
Gotta get to the station.
How would we even get there?
We walk. We're just gonna walk with insufficient oxygen across the bottom of the ocean.
You don't know what's out there.
Worst idea ever.
What was that?
Turn your lights off.
What is that? What is that?
What is happening?
There's something following us. It's pulling me underwater!
Underwater.
It's a
I
spooky movie.
see.
This is gonna be.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Touch.
I got it. I can see why maybe some parts of distribution may have been affected,
Yeah. Maybe.
mostly because of the dodginess of T.J. Miller.
Yeah, I was actually thinking if it's like, was it T.J. Miller cancelled? Like.
Yeah,
that's
he's
kind
been.
of a thing. It happened like around about the same time
Yeah.
the movie had finished up is when T.J. Miller was revealed to be a big cunt.
Okay.
And yeah, the movie just got fucked for it, and it honestly didn't. It's a fun, spooky movie. There's a couple of jump scares, but the visuals are good. Kristen Stewart's actually pretty good in it, and it's just like a solid like you're all fucked kind of disaster movie. It's great.
I have to admit, I'm still a bit freaked out by some of that. I'm like, okay, this has been interestingly directed well. I'm like, although one part of me almost had a weird Ripley feeling from her for like a second.
Yeah,
Like
I
first
think they
alien
tried.
kind of way. But that's not a bad thing. To be,
No.
it's a nice little. it's like a nice homage, but she didn't seem like someone in charge. But at the same time, it's still that feeling, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but
Ripley wasn't in charge either. She wasn't the captain of the ship.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, but Ripley was still like she's a very tall Amazonian kind of woman. You know, like there's a
who doesn't give a shit what the others think.
Exactly. So there's like it's more in her nature. Let's put it this way.
But admittedly, we're only seeing the trailer. We're not seeing how Krista Stewart is in the movie, whereas Roddy has.
She's really cool in the movie.
She's
really cool. Like I'd say a solid 8 out of 10 cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I never really dig on finding Ripley sexy though, because Sigourney Weaver kind of looks like my mum, so I can't really put that into like a sexy thing. I can't separate them.
I think it's because some people because wasn't there a bit in Alien where she's just in her shirt and underwear or something, and people really were kind of into that.
I would put it more like in my case, it's Sigourney Weaver is not really the type of women I'm attracted to. I would say so. Yeah, like
what about in Ghostbusters?
That's exactly like nope. It's just like she just doesn't work for me. Like it's even like I don't like that much curly hair, so that might be a factor as well.
Sigourney Weaver looks like my mom. I can't find her attractive, but I do like seeing.
And also Sigourney Weaver looks like Rhodey's mom. You know, that's the other thing.
Although technically, there's a weird Wait, I could say by one actor in there is a weird Sigourney Weaver link to it though. To that movie, that English Asian actress, she's in Iron Fist, and she also appeared in Defenders. Sigourney Weaver in Defenders. Link there.
Yeah, so you're trying to make like 6 degrees of separation.
I'm usually more used to 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but
yeah, okay, like you can go with that as well. Yeah. Okay.
But should we try and have a see of that cyberpunk that everyone's
we should watch some cyberpunk and have some hot takes.
It's about 6 minutes. You alright with that?
And like we can watch 2 minutes and then just without sound and talk about it.
No worries. Clicking.
With Cyberpunk 2077 launching on December 10th, we want to continue to give you a closer look at the game running on console. In this video, we're showing you footage from the very beginning of the game, following the Nomad life path, which is one of 3 you'll be able to pick from. The gameplay will start with PlayStation 4 Pro, and then we'll also show you PlayStation 5 footage thanks to the console's backwards compatibility. Since going gold, the team at CD Projekt Red has continued to work on Cyberpunk, addressing bugs and glitches, and enhancing the gameplay and graphics, which will be distributed to all platforms as an update on launch day. And this is how we want you to experience the game. The gameplay you see today already includes a great number of those fixes, as we work towards bringing the best possible experience on December 10th. Finally, just remember that when Cyberpunk launches, it will be compatible with both current and next-gen consoles. So if you'll be picking it up on PlayStation 4, it will also work with PlayStation 5, and it's the same for Xbox. And a full next-gen upgrade is coming for free sometime next year.
Electric coupling module.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Guess I was wrong. Can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
That's fine. Step aside.
What? Got any idea what to do?
I'm gonna bypass the coupling and rig a hot wire.
Compressor will run on and on. It could seize up.
Did anyone ask your opinion? Okay, let's see what happens.
It's like I was telling you. Not shabby at all. question's how long it'll last you.
Do you have the manifest from the transport?
Okay, let's talk. Sorry. That was my mistake. My bad.
It looks stylish. Looks cool. Looks like it'll be cyberpunky.
Yeah, right now it like from the first like few, like just driving in the car, it looks like Watch Dogs.
I was just making
sure. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Although it's more the fact I am feeling a lot more Watch Dogs than I'm feeling a lot of Deus Ex, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I would go for like I'm expecting that it's just going to be Deus Ex at the end, like just more open. Like the problem is that
how Syndicate should have been.
That's the problem. Like normally, because Deus Ex at the end is quite linear game. Like it's just one.
Yeah, it's very linear. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have like choices there, of course, and it's like you have a lot of ways how to approach problems, but still you have limited amount of problems. But this seems more like
open-ended.
Yeah, I would say like open-ended, obviously, but more. It's like the Watch Dogs. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you have a lot of options with like it cannot be at the end that, or like maybe Far Cry, like Cyberpunk Far Cry at the end, or I don't know.
Or more like that dragon game. I'm forgetting it now. Blood Dragon.
No, definitely not Blood Dragon.
Hey, what's wrong with Blood Dragon?
It's awesome. Like there's nothing wrong with Blood Dragon. I'm just saying that it's like nothing like that.
I actually liked Blood Dragon the best out of the Far Cry games.
Yeah, I mean like, that was fun. I'm just like saying it was like, ridiculous kind of sci-fi.
I mean, that could technically appear in Cyberpunk. I mean, there's probably like a whole VR world you explore in it or some shit at some point, maybe.
Yeah, just
although I think that was more of a Shadowrun thing than a Cyberpunk thing. Or was there a thing in the old board game where you were able to be in this weird cyberspace, like kind of virtual reality type thing? So I don't know if that's been put into the game or not.
The thing is that I'm going to play this. I'm going to have a lot of opinions. I'm playing like what's my, of course, obviously my playstyle is always trying to maximize, let's say charisma plus stealth build. That's my way how I play these games. Usually like a lot of talking, trying to solve a lot of problems by just talking myself through, and otherwise just stab them in the back with the knife, not with my words.
I tend to be a thing of usually charisma with a little bit of stealth, but at the same time still have little something in the base that says, okay, things are fucking up, let's rage. Like just to have that little option in terms of the back pocket.
Yeah, in my case it's like...
Although I bet...
Yeah, sorry, no, like, in my case, I actually try to play, like, Deus Ex, like, the violence build, just going for the violence. The game was so easy, suddenly. Like, the game is, like, even on, like, brutal difficulty, it was so easy. The game was just, like, incredibly easy.
I like the challenge of doing it stealthily, though, in Deus Ex, cause...
Yeah, like, I've played it, like, pacifist. Sorry.
I guess it's almost like the feeling you get if you played, we'll say Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, right? Okay. You have the option of either doing it stealthily or extremely violently. Both options work. Both versions, you can basically still get a damn good score if you stick to it. You can stick to one way or the other, not really mix it. But it does make me think, how much will you miss sticking to one play style in this? Which makes me think, how much of this game makes you want to replay everything, just to see all those branching paths, all those choices, all the items you may have missed because you were stuck in only one path, in a sense.
It's usually
it's all open-ended decisions.
It's usually about the interesting like options that you have there. Like for example, like in the Deus Ex, like because I was stealth, not killing but knocking out everyone. Like I've never basically shot anything, I upgraded weapons, but I've never used them. But then when I was actually like going for the violent playthrough, like you could have a upgrade there for your revolver that it has explosive rounds. Like, so you have, like, you kill anything in one shot because, like, explosion, obviously. You know, it's like, the game was so easy when you could just, like, one-shot everything easily. Like, compared to, you know, sneaking through the whole game, trying to hack stuff.
Which takes fucking ages.
Yeah, exactly. And, of course, trying to stealth stuff through. And because I was waiting for the, like, battery to regenerate so I can, like, stealth kill again. You know, it's like, it took so much time.
That's the thing, is it been explained in the game how they're going to be doing some of the abilities in it? Because I'm trying to think how much of it it's not going to be like Deus Ex, of course, where you're having to be careful of your battery and how to recharge it or take certain candy bars to recharge it and shit. Makes me wonder how it's going to be done in Cyberpunk, because it is an RPG. Is there a thing of an almost... There probably will be a stamina meter, but is there something that's more like your cyber?
Yeah. I guess there will be some energy drinks. That's how it works for me.
Monster.
Yeah, there's
I
like
would say Monster, but it's like no. I would say Monster, but no. They sponsor Death Stranding.
Exactly, that's Death Stranding. Yeah, you just need one of these.
Also,
that's okay.
What's up, Martin? Is it one of your gamers pills?
No, that's caffeine. Caffeine pills, just normal caffeine pills. It's, I just got them. It has two...
I like my drugs in pills. I like my coffee black and in a bitter bean form.
Yeah, I would like this is just for the fun of it. I have them here. Yeah, because I take them sometimes when I need to get the little bit of energy, which is of course not energy at all because the caffeine doesn't have any energy value, that's why it wouldn't work in Cyberpunk.
No. Bumps your mood a little bit, though. You can use caffeine in short bursts for, like, athletic stuff. I remember I've used it for weightlifting, and that's been beneficial.
Yes,
but a regular thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you can use them, like, as a... You know, it starts your, like, metabolism working faster in a way, but that's... You know, it's not like... It doesn't give you energy. You still take your energy from yourself, you know, like... It doesn't... Like, by any definition, it just doesn't give you energy. So it couldn't be used to recharge the guy there. I'm looking forward to it. I have this, like, this really expensive special edition that I actually had to pay for. Like, normally when I pre-order something, I need to pay for it basically after when I go into actually buy it. But this one, even the shop that I usually work with, they actually wanted to have it prepaid because there was a huge interest in it, and a lot of time happens that, you know, people buy it, they pre-order it, and then they just don't buy it, and it's much more difficult to sell it then. So they made us to prepaid
stuff. Like, I've seen it happen with Argos for the whole PS5 pre-order, where you're having to pay for the console there and then.
Yeah, and this was like 300 pounds, I guess, something like that.
What do you get with this special edition?
Yeah, the special edition was really expensive. What did you say?
What are you getting with it?
Yeah,
what are you getting with the special edition?
I don't remember now.
You're just like,
I mean,
special edition Cyberpunk. Oh,
I actually
take that.
Yeah, because I bought it maybe a year ago. I guess, yeah, maybe a year ago.
Pre-ordered that early. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, it was before.
Well, remember, it was meant to be released in April.
Yeah, it was before Corona. Definitely, it was before Corona. Okay,
like,
so there's
a few months. It'll be fine.
There's a box with collector's edition. Yeah, that's nice. It's like I'm actually reading the list. There is a guide through the world of Cyberpunk. There is a limited sleeve for game discs, which is interesting way how to put it, but okay. There are postcards from the Night City. There are in action statue, or what it's called, like figure. It has 25 centimeters tall figure. There is a metal keychain, what is it called? Not keychain. It's called the key thingy.
Key fob.
Oh yeah, that shit that you get.
Keyring.
Like, yeah, I guess like you get you just put your keys because you want your keys to be heavier. Well, so that thing, Quadra V Tech. There's a guide in 9th City. Okay. There's a collector's steelbook. There are patches, collector's patches. There are metal pins. There are some stickers, which is like okay, and other stickers and map of the city. Yeah, that's what it's in the collector's edition. Yep. So
okay,
it's a big thing. I'm looking forward to it. Quite
I'm just getting the standard edition. If it comes out on December 10th, we shall see.
I'm just going to wait till I can get the PS5 and then I'll get Cyberpunk on that. I don't think there's any point in getting it for this generation.
Isn't it?
I mean, it's okay, especially when they said you get a free upgrade to the PS5
Yeah.
version when you get it.
If you buy PS4, you get a.
Well, I'm getting the thing anyway, so like I'm still just working with standard PlayStation regular, right? I don't have like the Pro, and I don't have like I've got a 4K TV, but it's not like the ultra great ones. But yeah, I've got a year one PlayStation.
Okay.
But did it with me, and it does have a weird HDR thing, but not as good as the PS4 Pro. But it's like still an investment. But at the same time, I get what you mean. You want to have the full blown total experience with Cyberpunk 2077. You're wanting the whole how they look crisp.
RTX.
Yeah.
RTX reflections, yeah, which are like watch if you would want like why would you want to play Watch Dogs? It's definitely RTX. I think that's like one of the best looking RTX Watch Dogs Legion right now. Yep. It looks so great. I mean, like if I would play it on PlayStation 4, I probably wouldn't because it's just like that would be ugly. But on my like RTX graphics card from NVIDIA that I got, so thank you NVIDIA, thank you. So on that,
use Pure Bad Taste at checkout for an 85% discount.
Yes,
it really
We're
helps
not
the
good
channel.
enough for. Although
yeah, that was actually.
Kind of signing,
It was actually funny thing because I was like before I got the NVIDIA to like that's 2080, you know, the graphics card, and that like I think that day I was saying like to my gym trainer, I was like saying like even if like they offered me like the graphics card, I'm like don't really see the point like to have that the graphics card, and then like maybe 3 hours later, someone called me and like, "Hey, Martin, do you want like this graphics card? Like, what would you offer for it?" I was like, "Yeah, I really want it. I like it's like I can make a video about how the RTX actually works. That would be cool." Because then I realized that yeah, it's actually a cool thing to have. You know, like it's the problem that like at the time I would say because I played Metro Exodus. Like, which was pretty much the only game that was really working with the RTX, because otherwise there was a Battlefield, and Battlefield didn't work. That like it I didn't notice like any RTX there. Like I mean I've seen it when I show it somewhere, but it's just that didn't feel like RTX when I was playing the game, and like even the Metro Exodus just like didn't show it quite well. But honestly, the Watch Dogs was the first game that I actually felt the difference, and I was actually looking forward to, like, for London to have some rain there, because it looks like incredible with all these reflections from the puddles and stuff. So it was actually like worth it. Actually, the first time that I played with RTX, and it was worth it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward for the new RTX, which is now should be. Have you tried Control? No, I haven't. I should try Control. And we also have a trailer there, right?
We do have a trailer there, yes, which apparently was put in about 8 times till I deleted them all.
Okay.
How dare you, you dirty slut.
Okay. So
we needed the space.
So
I don't
play
want
it.
to scroll through shit, dude.
Play it.
Okay, our last play. I'll play.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Very trendy.
I do kind of want to
I've
get
seen
it. It's
this
more the
on
fact
sale in the Black Friday store.
Yeah. Because I like that.
I'm wondering if it is worth the Wii Get.
I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard a lot of good things about it, including because it's by the folk that did Alan Wake, I think it was. Which there is a Alan Wake themed DLC in Control as well.
Yep.
So it's like, I do like their work. So.
Yeah, I like for me, don't really understand why I haven't played this game, because it's actually the kind of game that I would like to play. Also, I really like brutalism architecture, which is like this game is based on brutalism architecture. And
I'm kind of wondering if the game was out at the same time as several other games at the same time, and maybe that's why you haven't played it.
Yeah, I think so. It might have been something like that. It's just like the game looked fun. The game was actually, I think it was well received, just generally. And Control, let's see, Metacritics, yeah, like 90%, 86% people like it. I almost read 86% lidí se toto video hra líbila, because it's in Czech, fucking, well, yeah, okay.
Of which, to reply someone in the Twitch chat there,
yeah.
Martin demonstrated, yes, he can speak Czech.
Yeah, but it was a
he
joke.
He can also speak English. I know. It was a bad joke then.
Yeah, but it's always like...
misunderstood.
It's interesting when I'm streaming in Czech, I'm reading a lot of English text that I need to translate to English, to Czech, in the way of like just reading the text in English and simultaneously translating it in Czech, which is like I can do it sometimes. And now, sometimes I'm getting information quickly in Czech and I'm simultaneously trying to translate it in English, which is more difficult. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are all going to play Control. That's what you said, basically.
What are we thinking? Control. Yeah. I think I might get it. Or I know it's less than 20 quid on Amazon at the minute, apparently.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking because there's a Steam sale right now, which is a autumn sale. So I'm thinking about maybe putting some kind of alert on that one. Which is like
why not?
Oh, the wish list thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wish list. Yeah, exactly. So there's so Witcher is for €8. Doom franchise. Okay, there's a 75% on Doom franchise discount.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, I'm actually thinking about getting
Doom franchise.
Yeah, but I'm actually thinking about getting the VR game because I haven't tried it.
I've heard it makes a good about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've heard. But if it's going to be, discounted, why not? Right? Franchise package. Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
Maybe is it there? Do you have BFG edition? Classical
play.
Okay.
VR and go.
Halo Master Chief Collection is a discount. Nice. Okay, 35% discount. Oh, that is I should have never opened it. I'm actually.
You'll go down the dark path.
Yeah, today I have sent for 30,000 crowns, which is about 1,000 GBP, British pounds, to a girl that I was doing charity stream for to get the wheelchair. So I sent her the money today.
I remember you said, yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm going to be part of a different charity stream. So I was thinking I have this PlayStation 5 money prepared. So I was thinking I don't really need PlayStation 5 right now. So that I would send it for that. But it's too many things that I need to
I know. At least with the PS5, you don't have to get it really immediately. I'm not, because one, I hate the online queues. Two, there seems to be some issues that I'm willing to just wait a wee while. I'm okay with that.
But yeah, that's exactly what
one of my mates is pushing me to buy it, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna wait till I know it's plentiful, and I don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. at some point. Also, I'm
I'll just settle on a Series S.
I'm kind of like, no, Series S is not that, interesting to me. Series X, yeah. Like I'm waiting. Honestly, I'm pretty much waiting for the special editions. Just give me some special edition. I want special limited edition, like PlayStation 5, because first of all, I want to see how they're going to make a special edition of that design.
I think it'd have to be like replaceable faceplates or some bullshit.
Yeah, but like,
no, that's not how they're gonna make their money.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, usually you want like simple design of your gaming console to make it universal for the limited editions. That's what I would say. And like this edition has too much character, I would say.
Part of me feels like it'll go the way what happened with the PS3, where there were many redesigns of the PS3 after the first one. It'll be the same for the PS5.
Really? Was it?
Well, there was I've got a PS3 that's like the second or third edition, maybe a slim model.
But was it like that slim that's something different?
The logo was completely changed because the initial logo for the PS3 was like something in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man style writing.
Mm.
Like the logo kind of writing is what I remember it as.
Yeah, I see it.
And just.
But
which, how could they do that? It's Sony. They have Spider-Man. It makes total fucking sense. But it makes me think. I feel like if they were ever to do like a slim version or something like that for the PS5, part of me wonders. I don't know if they do it for the disc version. I think they do something special for the digital version to match up against Xbox Series S. This cute little powerful console.
Yeah.
And that is actually kind of cool.
It is. I agree.
I've
seen it like it. I held it in my hands, and it's just so small. It's just like so small for a console. It's like when they were saying that the Nintendo Wii that's going to be like two game cases. Yeah, it's like it feels like that. I mean, it's bigger than that, but it feels like that. And if anyone was wondering why I had like look of disgust, I was looking for PlayStation 3 limited editions, and it's they don't look good. They don't look good.
They're not pretty.
But like Xbox 360 limited editions were not
pretty good.
I would say better.
They were okay.
Like it's not that.
I've still got a 360. It's not like I used to have an original, but that 3 rings. So nowadays I have the.
Yeah.
I think it was the S model, like one of the last ones they had.
Yeah.
Where I was able to detach my old model thing, get this weird transfer thing, and just transfer it right into the hard disk of the console, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, now I'm looking at they were ugly as well. The Xbox 360. I mean, with the special designs, limited designs.
Meanwhile, welcome everybody to Pure Bad Taste After Hours.
Okay, let's end this thing. Let's end this thing. So of course, like people look forward for the next episode of Roddy reads fan fiction about me, which is like the.
I feel like you're gonna need to buy a costume next time, Rod.
No.
Or not buy a costume, or make something out of what you have.
I will be wearing my tight pants and my shirt flipped inside out like a regular person.
No, you need to have because like I think that she starts every chapter with what she's wearing, so you can do that easily.
I'll see if I can borrow my girlfriend's bralette.
Yeah, perfect. Well, okay, guys, thank you for you being here, and of course I thank our audience for being here, chatting with us, and just generally giving us the positive vibes that we need so much to sustain us. Okay, so have a nice night and bye. Bye.
Good night.